Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Grateful Living Cruises. I am here this morning and I'm having breakfast here at the Lido Gathering. And yeah, it's a wonderful sea day this morning. We had the time change yesterday, so everybody got a little bit of extra sleep and ready to go today. So we are in the middle of the Gulf. We are on our way over to Key West, Florida for our first stop. And this morning, you guys know I had to get my favorite breakfast, my huevos rancheros with chicken, because it's one of the non-pork options they have here on Carnival. And we're gonna start our day 2 off. So my goal today is to find as many tips and tricks as I can for anyone who's traveling on a cruise on sea day, so they can make the most of their sea day adventure, and as many tips and tricks as I possibly can find for you guys. So that is the goal for today. There are also a lot of activities, bingo, there's some scavenger hunts, all kind of sorts of things going on today, and it looks like the rain has stopped, so hopefully we'll have a good day today, and I'll be able to maybe do a ship tour and show you guys around. But first and foremost, we're going to get this breakfast eaten, and then when we do that, we're going to be on our way. And yeah, so happy sea day, day 2, Carnival Dream. Hi, I'm Scott. Thank you for coming to my channel. This channel is dedicated to all things cruises and living life with gratitude. We're going to talk about cruise reviews. We're going to talk about the ships. We're going to talk about the overall experiences on these cruises. We're going to talk about traveling solo, traveling as a big guy, and all sorts of other things. My hope is that you are able to find some value in the content that I'm providing, and if so, I hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel and liking the videos that I produce. So here's to our journey together, Grateful Living Cruises. Now let's get right into it. All right, everyone, so we are back. I spent all morning getting some work done and uploading a video from my room, which took me about 2 hours to upload. I'm always trying to find the fastest internet on the cruise ship, and so I thought I would come to you guys with this tip because it has to do with internet. So I know I've told you guys before that if you are an Android user, you can have your Android on hotspot and then share that so that you have internet on multiple devices without having to pay for the full plan on most cruise ships. However, if you're like me and you don't have an Android and you only have a 1-device plan, you may find yourself toggling back and forth trying to get your internet to work on your devices. And if you upload YouTube videos like I do, then you might even find yourself even more frustrated because the internet speeds are not super fast in regards to uploading video to the internet. Usually it's fine for social media and stuff, but depending on where you are in the ship, it may not be great. So I say all this to say that if you are needing to do some work, whether you're working from the cruise ship for your job or you're uploading content or whatever, oftentimes you can call down to guest relations and they will tell you where some great spots are for the best internet reception. If you don't have great internet reception in your room, you can sometimes even just open your door to your cabin, and that will help speed it up. Or you can go to one of the upper level decks and find a secluded spot to plug in, and sometimes the internet will be better there. I didn't really want to do all that today, so I just opened the door to my cabin and put the chair in the doorway and just uploaded my video from there, but it worked. But if you're going on a cruise and you need to work or you need to upload something, just keep in mind you have options if your internet's not fantastic in your room. So anyway, right now I'm in the what I call the Lido. They call it the Gathering, and I'm having a salad for lunch, and then I got a smorgasbord of other things here. I don't really know. It's like fish and some kind of vegetarian egg roll and something else. I don't know. I'm just gonna try it and see if I like any of it, but I didn't really want to go do anything crazy because today I am for sure going to bingo, and so I just wanted to have an easy and quick lunch. But so in addition to my tip on internet, when you're on a sea day like I am today, we're out at sea, as you can tell, like in the middle of the sea, and you're on a sea day. I just wanted to give you a couple tips so that you can maybe make your sea day a little bit more enjoyable. First tip on your sea day: if you're on a sailing that's more than like 5 days, so for example, I'm on an 8-day sailing currently, and by the way, my 8-day sailing has 3 sea days. So one thing that I suggest people do is not eat all the best food first. So if there are several specialty restaurants that you want to try, or maybe there are some free options that you know are really good, maybe save those for later on in your cruise, because if by chance you do start getting tired of the buffet or the main dining room, then you have other options for the latter part of your cruise. That's why last night and today I've been eating in the buffet, because then I have something better to look forward to toward the end of the cruise. So that's a tip. So on your sea day, maybe not book all your specialty restaurants, especially if you have a long sailing. Now, if you don't have a long sailing, that would be different. So that's just one tip. The other tip is oftentimes on sea days, if you are the type of person that likes to lounge by the pool or outside, oftentimes the Serenity deck, which is the adults only area, and the main Lido deck, the primetime chairs by the pool can get busy. So if you are one of those people, I'm actually not really one of those people, but if you are one of those people, you may want to get up early and secure your spot. Now, depending on the crew on each ship, they have gotten pretty tight on their policies of reserving seats. So if they see that you're not actually going to be in a seat for a while, they may remove your towel or whatever, since no one's there. But if you're going to be there, or you have someone in your party who doesn't mind, it might be a good idea to snag that seat early, especially if it's a beautiful day outside on your sea day. And then another thing I thought about, that I always like to do on my sea day is, because there's probably going to be a lot of activities going on later in the evening, I think it's a good idea to just rest and do some more relaxation things. So like if you have a book that you're wanting to read, or a podcast that you're wanting to catch up on, or you just want to like literally just chill on an upper deck and feel the breeze, during the middle of the day is a great time to do that, because as you get more after lunch, you're going to start having all your things like bingo and the shows, and there's going to be a lot of like things with the crew that's going on. So take advantage of that morning time to just use it as downtime, and especially on your sea days, because the rest of the trip is going to be crazy. So like, for example, on this Carnival Dream 8-day cruise, we have a sea day going, and then we have 4 ports back to back to back, and then 2 sea days on the way home. So if you don't rest up on the way there, then those 4 sea days or those 4 port days are going to wear you out. So don't overdo it on the first day. Don't try all the best foods on the first day. Leave a little bit for the rest of your trip. I have tons of more ideas, but that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about right now. I'm going to finish my lunch, and then I think they have the bingo pre-sale going on, so I'm going to try to do that. But I'll be back with more tips.
You don't get that. You don't get that. Diane. Come sit with us. Thank you for watching over. Hey, Gladys.
Evening, everyone. I'm back. So bingo was amazing. I did not win, but someone won $1,000 on the final round, so that's good. And it is already evening time, and I'm getting ready to go to the Motown show. I think they call it Mo City, but it's a Showtime production based on music from Motown, which will be really exciting. And I apologize, they are moving things around in here. So yes, so music from Motown will be tonight. And also, if you're on the Carnival Dream on this 8-night or 8-day, whatever they call it, journey, then this C day is going to be one of your 2 formal nights. I didn't feel like dressing up. I've been like in a mood, I guess, on this trip. I haven't felt like really going to the main dining. So I'm going to have the gathering, they call it the Lido buffet area is the gathering. And then I'm going to go to the show. But just another tip for you guys on your C day, if you don't want to do the formal dining night, I mean, a lot of people love it and they love taking pictures and that's great. But if for some reason you don't want to, then just know that the buffet area is going to probably be one of the least busy times that you'll have on the ship, because a lot of people like to go on formal night. So the buffet, they only have one half open, and even then there's tons of seating available. So just another little tip for you. I'll come back for you guys at the show tonight.